American community of Georgia particularly, I would like to welcome Congressman Rich McCormick. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me to be with you here tonight. This country was established on something that I think we can all relate to. That the people would be more powerful than the government. That you have inalienable rights, no matter what country you live in, no matter where you live in this world, that we have inalienable rights given to us by a maker of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That doesn't extend just to Americans, but people of any nation, anywhere in the world. You know by natural law, if I walked up and slapped you, that's wrong. I don't have to explain that to you. You don't have to write in a book. We know that the regime in Iran is wrong. And we know that it is oppressive, it is evil, and it's supplying weapons to our enemies around the world and oppressing its own people. That if you gave them freedom, they would overthrow this government in a heartbeat. The United States is the biggest, strongest country in the world right now. We shouldn't be waiting for Iran to become a nuclear power before we do something. We shouldn't be waiting for Israel to do our dirty work. If you fire on our Navy using Iranian weapons, I sink your Navy. If you kill Americans with those weapons produced, I take away your production of weapons. If you try to kill my leadership and overthrow my government, I take out your leadership and your government. These are strong words, aren't they? And you know what? I mean them. It's time for leadership that matters, leadership that leads from the front. We shouldn't be kowtowing to a country that's trying to become a nuclear power and actually subjugate its own people, to threaten the rest of the world, to export terrorism and weapons all over the world. Shame on us for standing by. It's time to come from a position of strength. Peace through strength. The Iranian regime only understands one thing, and that's power. We are the most powerful nation in the world for a reason. Not to stand by, not to be passive, not to watch things happen, but to exert what we know is right and true for people all over the world, and this regime needs to be overthrown by all means necessary. You'll see there's a lot of talk right now inside of both parties about isolationism, about becoming a nation that's devoid of world influence. If we're not leaders in the world, who is? If we don't exert our influence, then who will? Someone will take our place. I appreciate that you're all here. You don't have to be here. You're living in America. You can make a good living. You can live your own life, but you understand there's just something bigger than just us, something bigger than just making a living. But we understand the struggles of our family and our friends overseas, and what matters to them matters to us because it affects the entire world. And it will affect our children and our grandchildren. If not addressed now, it won't get better, it will get worse. And so it's time to stop talking in pastels and grays, but in bold colors that everybody understands that if you come after us, we come after you. And if you have a regime exporting terrorism and subjugating a people, we want you to be destabilized and we want you to go away. And that's what America stands for. Thank you for your activism. Thank you for being part of this. Thank you for putting pressure on people to do the right things. I am with you now and with you always. God bless you and Semper Fi. Thank you.